Hey everybody, Vinny Cuz here, and today I'm going to take you through my desktop setup. Everything I've built since this whole thing started, and where we're at today and what I use it for. So, without any further ado, let's get it. Before this thing hit, I used to have a laptop and a couple of 24-inch Acer monitors. And the thing I was really into then wasn't so much video content. I mean, I did it, but it wasn't like a big deal. And I used to trade cryptocurrency. But now trading cryptocurrency, it's a little bit different because I would buy and hold. So I guess you could say I was swinging the crypto. But with all this extra time, like Uber slowed down, Lyft slowed down, the gig apps sucked. So because of all the extra time, I decided to build a serious trading station. An all-around computer that I could trade on, video content if I wanted to go that route, stream, which is something I'm trying to get into, and also play games. But I don't play a lot of games. Age of Empires, that's about it. It's old school game for us old timers. And so this is what we came up with. Now I started obviously with the computer. First thing I bought was a Dell Alienware R8. Now I know some of you guys, because I've watched a lot of videos, some of you guys, you like my Biden move, some of you guys decided that the aliens, they suck, they're not that great, but I really didn't know what I was going to get myself into, right? So I went out and bought a gaming PC. It was 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte MV.2, terabyte SSD, Intel i9-900. What else? Oh, the GPU is an NVIDIA 2060 Super, right? And so when I first got it, I also picked up this 34-inch LG monitor. And in the beginning, it was great. I mean, I had a small little desk, and I was getting into trading, starting to learn how to trade on the stock market, but also have the ability to start really getting into Adobe Premiere Pro and all the different apps that the Creative Cloud comes with. Now, as far as the computer is concerned, I've never had a problem with it. Let me say that up front. I have never had an issue with that computer. You can see it right here in the background. But what I did recently do is I went ahead and updated the RAM from 32 gigs to 64 gigs. Little overkill, but I mean, you can see I'm running 3 big monitors, and when you're running different trading apps, Coinbase, Webull, and Thinkorswim, it sucks up a lot of resources. So that was the first thing I did. The second thing I did is I replaced the front fan on the Dell R8, and I also replaced the cooling fan that came with the Intel chip and upgraded to a Corsair H60 single 120 mil radiator. I think they call it an all-in-one, an AIO. Anyway, it's liquid cooled now. And I got to tell you, you can see over here in the corner, right? She's running so much cooler. The problem I was running into was that when I would start to really put a load on the computer would wind up, the fans. It would sound like somebody was taking a puddle jumper to the Bahamas. And so, it was annoying. If anything else, it was annoying. But the computer never shut down. It was a decent computer. It does what it needs to do. In the future, I am going to look into building a trading specific computer. And then I'll use this for, video editing and general work, right? Okay, so we went from the LG 34, and then we really got it, right? I went ahead and picked up a Samsung, I want to get it right, CHG9. Now, I'll have you know, the only thing I bought online was the computer from Dell. Everything else I picked up at Best Buy. I believe in local business. Now, I know Best Buy is a big box store, but the one thing Best Buy does as a local business is they employ people in the community. And I'm a big fan of that. I understand sometimes you got to buy stuff online, but I personally try not to. This is why you're not going to see any Amazon links in the description below or anything of that nature. There will be a couple of trading apps and maybe a gas app link down there, but there will not be any Amazon links. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, so we bought the CHG 49-inch Samsung gaming monitor, and it's a beast. I mean, she is big. And so between that and the 34, the obvious next move was to get some Vivo mounts, and that's what I have. I have 3 arm mounts for each of them. And so I put the 34-inch on top of the 49. Now, the only issue I was having there is if you know, the 49-inch has that slight curve to it, which I got to tell you is awesome. But what they don't tell you about that curved monitor is when you go to look at a flat screen monitor, it looks like it's pushing back. So that became an issue after a couple of months. So then what I did was, after dealing with the flat screen going backwards and the bottom screen coming frontwards, is I went ahead and I bought this monitor here. This is the Alienware, let me get the right number on it, the 3420, expensive, 1440p. It's a full-on gaming monitor, 144 hertz, which I never use, but I thought that, you know, it had the same curvature, which it does. So as you can see, the 49 is down here, the 34 is up here, and they work perfect. Like the curves are the same. I'm able to stack them, and it's just an awesome setup for me. So between the 3 monitors, I got plenty of real estate. Now, I wasn't always using this original 34. I actually bought a 27 or a 25-inch Asus gaming monitor. But I could never get the monitor to kind of, the overall visual, to get it to look like the other 2. So I recently just put the 34 back here. Anyway, between the 3 monitors, I can do a lot of damage. I've got a lot of real estate. I can keep up multiple windows, as you can see, and it's working out really well for me. So let's talk all my peripherals, accessories, yada, 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 however you want to term it, okay? So for my keyboard and my mouse, it's just the Microsoft executive version. I was able to pick it up when I picked up the computer. Bluetooth enabled. And I know sometimes, you know, you see some of the videos, they say there's a lag between a Bluetooth connected mouse and keyboard versus a wired connected mouse and keyboard. Like I said, I'm not trying to game, so there's no lag. I don't notice it. I don't see it. I never have a problem. Everything is right on. If I'm moving my hand, that cursor's coming with me. One of the other things I did too is, instead of getting conventional speakers, you know, one that goes on either side of your monitor, I went a little different. I picked up a Vizio 5.1 soundbar. Now, I know it sounds crazy, right? Soundbars are usually for TVs. But I got to tell you, the overall sound, the encompassing, engulfing sound of that soundbar, computer just did something, is absolutely perfect for me. We're talking about a computer, right? But when you've got this much real estate, and you have YouTube and Rumble and Spotify and all these different apps, you want the sound to be clear. You want great clarity. You want deep bass, crisp highs, and smooth mids. That was the way I went. All right. Okay. So sticking with, I like Corsair. I like the momentum they're going in. I own some of your stock Corsair if you're listening. I went with the Elgato Wave 3 mic because of the software. There are plenty of videos up there to explain it all. For me, once you get the hang of setting your inputs and all those different things, and I've had to do it a lot. I mean, a lot. Some of my videos that I just put up, sound was very, very low. I think I've got that corrected. Hopefully on Tuesday it'll be good. The overall ease of use, once it's set up, it's phenomenal. It's great. And the mic sounds fine. It sounds good. The other thing I got was the Stream Deck, which you can see right there. Now, a lot of people don't need a Stream Deck, and I admit I just got a little greedy with this one. It's good to have. It's like a shortcut pod, right? So you set up where you want your shortcuts. So if I want to open up TradingView, Webull, Thinkorswim, I can do that with a tap of a button instead of moving the mouse around. If I want to open up OBS Live and open up all the functions for that, hit a button, boom, and we're there. And then the last thing that we came up with is I set up a separate network in my home, right? Because obviously I'm in my home. So I have Xfinity. Yeah, see, you got to say it right. Xfinity. I have Xfinity service in my home. And I got to say again, another company I've never had a problem with. As opposed to the other company, AT&T, I got no love for them. Anyway, I boosted my incoming internet bandwidth into my house to 1 gig. I maxed it out. That's the max I can get here, right? I can't get fiber yet. So, but with trading, you need the speed, right? Plus, I mean, seriously, like who wants to wait 30 seconds for a video to load? We are so spoiled nowadays. And so I went full on max 1 gig. Now, from their router, their Wi-Fi router, and their, that little box they give you, way out in the TV room, I ran a 1 gig cable, Ethernet, into my office bedroom. And then I got a Nighthawk and created a separate network. Now, once in here, I'm running the Ethernet cable into my computer. I'm also running an Ethernet cable into my 50-inch in here. And so in the TV. So the Wi-Fi is strictly for my phones or my tablet, but that's it. That's all I need. No one in the house that might come to visit, this, that, and the other, none of them will ever be on this network. This is a closed network for myself. A couple of firewalls to go through. So I'm trying to stay as secure as possible. But the main thing is, and if I can show a speed test, I'll put it up here. The main thing is, on average, I get about, and I hope I'm saying this right, 900 megabytes per second on the download and over 40 on the upload. It's flipping fast. I think the only things that I forgot to mention was the Corsair gaming mouse pad that I have. It goes the length of my desk. And the webcam, which is it's a HD Logitech, whatever. I mean, it works, right? And with the software from NVIDIA, the broadcaster software, I'm able to black out everything around me. I don't need a green screen. Or I can blur out my background. It's whatever I feel like that day. As far as the desk itself, well, let's see. IKEA, right? Like my biggest things are Best Buy and IKEA. I can't go to either one. I get in trouble. Anyway, I've got a couple of their 2 desktops. One's a 4-footer, one's a 5-footer. I think they cost me about $30 each. I have the Sawhorse. They're like Sawhorse stands, but they're more decorative or whatnot. They cost me about $35 each. I got 2 of those. And then I have, whatever the name is of that famous drawer desk that everybody buys. I've got one of those. And between those 4, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, between those 5 items, I'm able to keep things off the ground underneath. Cable management is as good as it's going to get because I'm not OCD like that. But I do like it somewhat clean and maintained. I was able to secure the weight of the monitor mounts by using some 2x4s strategically. So because these desktops, they're inexpensive. I was going to say cheap, but IKEA, if you're watching, inexpensive. But they're kind of hollow. So when you go to clamp down the mounts, you'll have a tendency to want to, squish them in. But if you get yourself some 2x4s, right, along the bottom, the mount, what would you call them? The mount clasps are deep enough to where you can get the 2x4 in there, the desktop in there, tighten it up, and you don't have to worry about it. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it. So with that, I took a couple little video shots. I'll try to screen them through if I didn't screen them through already. If you have any questions or comments, listen, get at me. Software that I use, I trade on Webull. They say it's commission free. It is, but just remember, anything that's free means you're the product. So I do use Thinkorswim. Very minimal on the trades. Most trades are free. Again, order flow, pay to order flow, whatever it is. And I do use TradingView. TradingView I pay for, but I think I pay $18 a month. It's $14 for the TradingView, and then I got two little options that they help speed things up, keep the prices on options as real time as possible. What else? Oh, NVIDIA Broadcaster, OBS Live, Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm running a lot of software through this computer. Like I said, at some point I will build a trading specific computer. I have some ideas on that. And that one I will be building myself. So with that, any questions, comments, leave them below. I appreciate you stopping by. If somebody out there who's really into this sees something that I can improve, hey, leave it down there. But as of right now, I feel pretty comfortable. All right. So I will be live on Tuesday. It'll be a 9:15 is where we'll start the live stream. And if anybody cares to stop by, I appreciate it. I am not offering financial advice. We got to make that clear. It's entertainment purpose only. This is what they say. Don't follow what I do. I am starting a $100 account challenge on Tuesday using Webull. No leverage, no margin, just straight trading. Okay? So with that, peace out. See you next time.